On December 1st, 2011, the Senate voted 100-0 to support the Menendez-Kirk amendment to impose crippling sanctions on the Central Bank of Iran. As this chart shows, the Menendez-Kirk amendment decreased the value of Iran's currency by 73% the following year. On November 30th, 2012, the Senate passed the second Menendez-Kirk amendment by a 94-0 vote. This amendment cut off Iran's energy and shipping sectors from international markets. It also restricted Iran's ability to barter gold and other precious metals. These Iran sanctions displayed the indispensable role of sanctions from the Senate in forcing Iran to the negotiating table. But the administration wasted our powerful economic leverage when it agreed to a bad deal with Iran. Since this disastrous deal, Iran's behavior has worsened. Iran has taken more American hostages, including Bakir Razami and Reza Tahini. Iran received over $100 billion in sanctions relief and increased its support to terrorist groups like Hezbollah and Hamas. In fact, Iran announced the creation of its own foreign service to cause problems in Yemen and Iraq and Iran and those places, Hezbollah and Hamas. Iran has conducted multiple missile tests on October 10th, 2015 and October 21st, 2015 and March 8th and 9th, 2016 and April 19th, 2016 and July 11th, 2016. In June of 2015, Senator Menendez and I introduced S-1682, a bill to renew the Sanctions Act, the Iran Sanctions Act of 1996, for 10 more years. I'm glad to see the Senate is again taking up a similar bill based on legislation by Congressman Ed Royce that passed the House by 419-1. I urge my colleagues to support this coming Iran sanctions bill with these overwhelming numbers. President Obama should immediately sign this act into law, the Iran Sanctions Extension Act, to make sure that that happens. I urge the next president to join with the Congress to do much more. Our children should never be asked to clean up a nuclear war in the Persian Gulf. And as Iran, the world's biggest state sponsor of terrorism, should not have nuclear weapons. Thank you, Madam President. I yield back.